Apologies for the lateness and rather scuffed start. Technical issues over on the other server has led to a on-the-fly setup for the SRA main channel. I still blame the Space Pirates truck log. It would totally be in character for the Space Pirates to try to sabotage this. So today we have a race between Chish and Croy, both 2-3, and then another race of Sloaters versus Jaychalke, a 5-0 and a 4-1, both highly skilled runners, so this should be pretty exciting. And and then music is, I believe, it's the tracker, and then struggle. All right, we're off to a start. All the runners coming down the parlor into the climb. Wait, no, wait, looking at the wrong stream. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong. Somehow my window went to the wrong stream. Wrong video. That's odd. Oh, the video cut out. Oh, okay. Here it is. Okay, here we are. And then we find super missiles. And the vanilla missile, okay, first missile. And plasma beam over in the ceiling. Okay, so that's going to give a lot of early game firepower to all the runners. Except for one runner that I don't have a name for yet. Got the plasma beam on their first try. Last runner is still trying to get that plasma beam. So croy would probably be at upper right. And that final runner finally gets their plasma beam. Alright. And it's power bombs in the Bomb Teresa location. So no Bomb Teresa fight today. So far, most of our runners are still roughly in roughly the same spot, although I believe Croy is still playing catch up in the climb. Okay, Sloaters and Jaychalke both checking the 230 missiles. Game for the final missile you gain a 100% run. And then Chish is also checking 230. And the 230 missiles turns out to be another super missile. Okay, so we have Sloaters running down Terminator and Vi is on reserve tank. Both Sloaters and Jaychalke are checking the back of Gauntlet, while Chish has picked up his reserve tank, while Croy is now checking on his way to check the 230 missiles. And we see that the back of Gauntlet only has a missile and super missile. So early supers appears to have power bombs, more supers. Sorry for the silence there. I was trying to check to see why I'm not getting volume on my end in the Discord stream. Okay, we see Sloaters sitting there checking Eddie Coons. Well, looks like Jaychalke took a slight detour to restock on the power bombs. Did he skip Eddie Coons? I still do not have game sound, or at least from the Yeah, Twitch obviously still has sound, but I do not want to hear the sound of my own voice. Okay, we see Jaychalke checking Spore Spawn Super Missiles location, while Sloaters is heading for a Mission Impossible and finds an energy tank along the way. And then there was a Super Missile at the Spore Spawn Super Missile. Now, considering that I believe I recall Jaychalke has mentioned that Sloaters is a bit like an idol to him, he might feel that he is definitely the underdog compared to Sloaters, who is definitely known as the skilled player, so he might be feeling he needs to take some of these gambles. That led to the skipping of the Edicoons. And unless I missed something, it does seem to have paid off for him. I believe we see our second reserve tank on the side charge, and charge itself has another power bump. So far, it doesn't look like Pink Brinstar had much of value. Green Hills has another energy tank. Oh, the third Kappa tank? Okay. Oh, right, there was one in Edicoons, wasn't there? Alright, thanks for correcting me there. And now we see Jaychalke heading down Red Tower. So that's going to be... Red Tower's probably going to be our major source of route diversions, assuming no one goes the reverse mean route to Retro Brinstar. And then Jaychalke finds another pair of super missiles over at the Spacer. So far, it looks like we're finding a lot of super missiles early on so far. And we see Sloaters going the reverse meme route to old Retro Brinstar. So that's going to be our major route diversions between Jaychalke and Sloaters. And he finds a super missile behind next to the old morph ball location, while Jaychalke is headed towards Kraid's lair. Croy and Chish are still finishing up Pink Brinstar, although Chish is about to enter the Green Hills area. Jaychalke finds a power bomb outside the Kraid save location, while Sloater is making his way towards the Billy's Maze room. Oh, it does a nice mock ball up onto the invisible bridge. And then Billy Maze, we find power bombs, but wait, there's one more item here. And it's a missile. Jaychalke unfortunately does not get a quick kill, so we have a problem. Seriously, does anyone have an idea how it became a prom for that? For Kraid stand-up? Fortunately, Kraid was just finding a missile behind him at the very location, while we see Sloaters heading for the old Mother Brain location. It looks like you're dancing with Craig. Okay, I can kind of see that. Also, we see that Chish has headed down Red Tower, coming out of the spacer room. And Old Mother Brain has a power bomb for Sloaters. Oh, you just made it up. Okay. And Kraid E-Tank had just another missile. Floaters has made his way back up the parlor. I'm wondering if he's going to make a gauntlet check. And we see Chish also going for Kraid, while Croy has elected to go a reverse meme route, which is kind of interesting. So we have two corners, both going similar routes. Croy and Sloaters both going reverse meme, and Chish and Jaychalke both went Kraid. Now we see that Jaychalke is checking the high jump location, while Sloaters has found the grapple beam over at the moat. And he's making his way towards Phantom. Yeah, that's a very convenient spot for grapple. It doesn't quite. It puts the Rick ship into logic, but does not, unfortunately, does not put Phantom into logic without a, unless we find a suit or more E-tanks somewhere flying around. Okay, Slaughter was able to do some tricky jumps across the ocean. Normally it requires you a grapple beam, but if you have some good control, you can just jump across. That'd be kind of trolly if a suit is at X-ray. Oh, and Sloaters finds Ice Beam in Spooky Missile's location. So that will give illogical access to Dragon with the Ice Clip, as well as making the Metroids and Torian a lot easier, as well as providing a relatively simpler zip skip. Chish is also checking high jump location right now, while Jaychalke is heading back up Red Tower. I think, based on what we know so far, that does seem the most logical, likely answer, Zero, that grapple is meant to lead to a suit. I would imagine Sloaters would still like a slip before he considers himself go mode. Alright, we see that Jaychalke is checking Alpha and Beta powerbomb locations. We'll see if that has anything of value for him. And Jaychalke finds Faria in Alpha powerbombs locations. So that puts Phantom into logic. And for some of our skilled learners like Sloaters, and it could put I know Sloaters could probably do gravity, can do lower Norfair without gravity, but I'm not sure about Jaychalke. And Beta Power Bombs only has more super ammo. Looks like Chish is trying to make his way. Oh, he successfully makes his way up Red Tower. Past the, I think it was Steamers. Varia needs 6 tanks for Fantoon. And Sloaters provides is able to do a powerbomb jump over into the spiky room of death. That's. And then now Chish picks up his Varia suit. And it looks like Croy elected not to go across the moat and headed towards Alpha and Beta powerbomb's location, so he'll likely pick up his Varia suit. Slaughters picks up a energy tank at the Vanilla wrecked ship E-tank location, but he decides he wants to know about on that. Now, as Varia, Jaychalke has elected to go back to Norfair and is now checking. Ice Beam location was a mock ball. Again, for newcomers, the mock ball is, I believe, technically a glitch where you can give your running speed to your morph ball form. Alright, Sloaters is checking the attic. I believe, from my understanding, I think Jaychalke likes to skip the top of wrecked ship. So depending on what's in the top of wrecked ship, that could swing things. And one of the two runners' major. Alright, we see Chish headed towards Cathedral, as is Jaychalke, while Sloaters is trying to check sky missiles. Sloaters unfortunately having to try to keep the moving enemy platforms on screen. So after picking up Varia, it looks like Croy has elected to go back to the moat and is heading towards the wrecked ship. And we see both Chish and Jaychalke are now in the Bubble Mountain area. Sloaters finds a super missile at the Sky Missile location. Alright, Chish and Jaychalke are both about to check Speed Booster location. I'll have 2 item checks available for them, while Sloaters is headed towards the bowling alley. So the missile outside Speed Booster is just a missile, and we just have power bombs inside Speed Booster location. Troy has entered the wrecked ship, and assuming he does remember to check spooky missiles, he should pick up his ice beam. Yeah, this is a very heavy power bomb seed. It's pretty heavy on ammo overall and firepower. Alright. Chish is checking wave beam, finds a missile, super missile along the way. Jaychalke was set up for a damage boost to get to the Norfair Reserve tank location. Ooh, Sloaters makes a big find in finding Speed Booster at the Gravity Suit location. So unless Jaychalke finds bombs somewhere down in Norfair or in early Meridia for a Crystal Flash Clip, this does put a major advantage for Sloaters. Jay can still get do fine with Ice Beam for the Ice Clip to get to bot 1 and the rest of Meridia. But unfortunately, I weighed the routing, but he's gonna have to. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to backtrack all the way up Red Tower all over again. You know, yeah, I do believe you guys are correct. Gravity is Climb Supers is in logic and is a possible location for Gravity. Alright, looks like Chish is leaving Norfair while Croy is finishing up Fantoon. So maybe Speed Booster to get to Croc, and then that leads to Gravity. Yeah, Great Glitch is a very tricky one to get. Okay, Chish is heading back up Red Tower. Not finding out Mountain Wave and Speed Booster locations, he's probably headed going to check boat, I presume. He's gonna probably find and then do the rest of Rex ship. And we see Jaychalke doing Croc, while Sloaters is doing the Gauntlet. He already previously did Criteria Power Bombs and find Spring Ball at the front of Gauntlet. Oh, nice. Sloaters did a short charge out of Gauntlet, and Jaychalke finds a big break as he finds Gravity Suit behind Croc. So it looks like the logic was definitely Varia, Grapple, Fantoon, then grabbing that Speed Booster for the Croc fight. Sloaters is finally making his way to Alpha and Beta power pumps. Presumably will pick up his Varia suit. Looks like Jaychalke was thinking about checking the rest of the grapple location, but then decides he doesn't want to. Main thing that Jaychalke needs is something to get past, to gain access to the rest of Meridia, and preferably something to help with access to something to help us get past the worst room in the game. Jay has elected to skip the grapple location, and Sloaters has picked up his Varia in Alpha Paragrams, and we see Croy checking X-ray, and it looks like Jay is leaving Norfair. I think that once Jay finds Ice Beam, he's gonna skip the rest of That's probably that would be a good idea, Sailor Jane. Checking early Meridia and then taking the shortcut to Red Tower. Okay, so we also see Sloaters now checking X-ray, though I don't believe we saw anything of note there. Yep, Jaychalke is checking early Meridia. Now he doesn't know that the gravity suit is in logic, so he's probably thinking, where is Wave and Speed Logic? Or Wave or Speed Wave Beam. Wave or Speed Booster, excuse me. Sloaters very quickly makes his way out the X-ray room and is now proceeding back down the Red Tower, while Jaychalke is checking Mama Turtle. Meanwhile, we see Chish in the old Retro Brinstar and now headed towards Old Mother Brain location. And we find the final reserve tank at the Mama Turtle missile location. The best you could probably check is like, I believe it was the missile off to the side, and the grapple beam location itself was a gate glitch, another gate glitch, but you will not be able to check the Indiana Jones location. Okay, we see Jaychalke checking on his way through the watering hole, while Sloaters is now is about to face off against Craig, with Croy right behind him. Though, as a reminder, Croy and Sloaters are not racing each other. Sloaters gets a quick Craig kill. And we see Chish has picked up Grappling Beam over in the moat. I presume he's going to be headed towards, yep, he's headed towards Fantoon now as well. And Jaychalke finds Space Jump and Spazer. While the Spazer is of no use, having Plasma early on, but the Space Jump is of major value, as it both provides logical access to Lower Norfair, a convenient way of getting past the worst room in the game. At this point, I would imagine that Jaychalke is only looking for something to get past, gain access to bot form, and the rest of Meridia. Spring Ball was at the front of Gauntlet. Jaychalke is making a safety save over in the aqueducts. Might he be thinking of checking the sand pits? Oh, he's looking like he's checking the aqueducts items. Might he be thinking of doing a snail clip? And he gets a snail clip. Clipping through the ceiling, grabbing a super missile. Let's see what the other item is. And it's just a missile. Oh, we see Sloaters is checking the ice beam, the vanilla ice beam location. He could have checked Croc, but it doesn't look like he elected to. Chish is about to face against Fantoon, while we see Croy checking the high jump locations. Alright, Jaychalke checking one of the sand pits. Let's see what we find. A missile and a super missile. So there's our reset. Sloaters checking, picking up his high jump location items. Jaychalke finds Screw Attack, and I believe that's the right sandpit. Not a progression, but definitely per se, but definitely will help make Lower Norfair a lot less dangerous. Does put front of Gauntlet into logic. Although that's a long ways away for Jaychalke. Unfortunately, not finding any bombs for Jaychalke definitely puts Slaughter in the nominal lead, depending on how long it takes Sloaters to find gravity over at Croc. That might be having. I think I'm not sure. I didn't catch if Jaychalke checked wave. The Jay going for bidding on bombs behind Ridley, which is somewhat of a common occurrence. I understand, is perhaps his best bet. And it looks like that's what Jaychalke is going to do. As currently it looks like Sloaters is checking all of the Bubble Mountain location checks. Meanwhile, we see Chish going up into the upper wrecked ship. So presumably he will go to Bowling Alley and grab his speed booster. Croy, on the other hand, is in the Cathedral, having already taken done wrecked ship, but has skipped the top of the top of wrecked ship, so it does not have speed booster. On one hand, not having speed booster does put Croy in a slight disadvantage, but on the other hand, considering the time saved, and if he knows how to ice clip, That could put Croy in the lead over Chish. Alright, Jaychalke has entered into Lower Norfair. And it looks like Sloaters is on his way to Croc. So he's about to. So Croc is about to pick up his gravity suit. So this race will probably. So the race between Sloaters and Jaychalke will probably come down to the question of whether or not he finds bombs down here in Lower Norfair. He does find Wave Beam over at the Mickey Mouse location, but that unfortunately does not help him right now. Alright, Sloaters has picked up his gravity suit. I would imagine that other than maybe some more ammo, he's probably... and maybe some movement items for worst room in the game, he might consider himself in God mode, as he also decides to leave the Croc's lair, and it looks like he's headed towards Lower Norfair. Oh, right, Spring Pole. Thanks for the reminder, Tillymorph. Sloaters attempted to do a Spine Shark up the lava dive, but unfortunately doesn't quite get a damage boost right to get in position in time. So he likes to do a gravity jump up the lava, and now he's entering Lower Norfair while Jaychalke is pumping Ridley full of missiles. Chish is saving it over at the ship, while Croy is checking speed booster location. And what does Ridley have for Jaychalke? And it's high jump boots. At this point, I would mention that he's really hoping he finds it on the escape. Although if I wanted to troll Jaychalke, I'll put it at the bombs over at Gran Teresa. At Gold Teresa. And Sloaters gets the frame perfect wall jump up the worst room of the game. That's a very hard to pull wall jump to pull off without high jump boots, as I believe it's both frame perfect and pixel perfect. Alright, we see Jaychalke checking the fireflies. And it's just a super missile pack. I mean, bombs could be at the wrecked ship reserve. We didn't see what that is, did we? Oh, we see Croy at doing a great glitch. That is glitching a missile past a door to open up the gate from the wrong side. Looks like Croy is headed his way towards Croc and getting his gravity suit, while Chish is in climb supers. One moment, please.
While user Reha needs a moment, Jay is successfully out of lower Norfair. Sloaters has just defeated Ridley and is about to pick up the high jump boots here. Gravity suit for Uncroyable, and Chish is leaving the ship.
Okay, I'm back now.
All right, welcome back. Bye.
Thanks to Imperial for covering me there. Oh no, Jaychalke is checking the rest of Bubble Mountain. Alright, Croy has picked up his gravity suit, and it looks like he's gonna check the grapple location. Chish is heading down the Red Tower, while Sloaters is making his escape from Lower Norfair. Okay, Chish is trying to check an X-ray item, while the first post-croc item is an E-tank over on the lower side. Oof. Sloaters almost took a death there, but had the reserve tank to cover it. Thankfully, that was just he made it past the Three Musketeers room, and he's now in the relatively safety of Upper Norfair. Oh, we can see Jaychalke back in the Croc's lair, getting past the green gate glitch. Looks like he's going to check the grapple beam location. And we see Croy doing the same, trying to get that super missile to glitch past the gate to the wrong side. And Jaychalke finds bombs over at the grapple beam location. He's probably regretting that he skipped the rest of skipping the rest of Croc. And on his way out, he finds charge beam at the Indiana Jones location outside grapple beam. However, with 35 missiles and 90 supers, Jaychalke apparently feels he has enough ammo to not need it. And considering all that backtracking, he probably feels behind and probably feels he doesn't really need to need the charge beam. Yeah, unfortunately, Jaychalke tried to do some high risk plays to try to beat sloaters, and unfortunately, it has not paid off. If he had probably if he had elected to not skip the rest of Krog and picked up those bombs, this race will probably be much closer with sloaters. And it looks like Croy is headed towards Meridia. Presumably, he doesn't feel confident entering Lower Norfair without any movement items, without space jump to gain access. While Chish is still looking for gravity, he's over in the ice beam location, and he's dropped down the column next to it, and he looks like he's on his way to Croc and picking up his gravity suit. Meanwhile, Sloaters has already taken care of Bot 1 and is now heading up the... and Sloaters doesn't quite get the full half-E across the Coliseum. But he was pretty close there. But that grapple beam will help help him quickly get through the room and into Dragon's lair. Chish is currently facing Croc, while Croy is entering Mama Turtle's location. While Jaychalke is preparing to do a crystal flash clip into Botwan's lair. Sloaters has eliminated the turrets in Dragon's lair, is now preparing to give us some fried squid, assuming he elects to go for a grapple beam kill. Sloaters opens up with a Spine Shark on Dragon. Jaychalke is pumping Botwan here full of super missiles, having successfully done the Crystal Flash clip to gain access to the room. Alright, Jaychalke takes down Botwan while Sloaters fries Dragon with the grapple beam. Now we see Chish all the way in at the grapple beam location, so it looks like he will pick up his charge beam. Oh, and Sloaters gets a reverse full half-E crap back across the Coliseum. At this point, Sloaters is pretty much done and is just headed towards Torium. You see Jaychalke is farming up ammo over outside Botwan's lair. Chish has picked up charge beam outside grapple, while Croy is headed on his way to the watering hole to pick up his space jump. That will give easier access to Lower Norfair and through the worst room in the game. Alright, Jaychalke takes out the turrets in preparation to face off against Dragon. Croy has picked up his space jump. And looks like Chish has picked up his normal bombs from the grapple beam location. Sloater's taking a refill over at the ship. Now, since Jaychalke has yet gone to the wrecked ship, or the map for that matter, he does not have grapple, so he's like having to pump a Dragon full of super missiles. Although Plasma Beam does make eliminating the goop a lot easier. And Dragon goes down, and Jaychalke is getting ready to leave the room ASAP. And we see Croy attempting successfully doing an ice clip into Bot 1's lair. Alright, Sloaters is now entering Turian, while Jaychalke is now on his way towards the wrecked ship. Croy is carefully taking down Bot 1. While Chish is on his way towards Lower Norfair to pay Ridley a visit. And now Sloater's making quick work of most of those Metroids with that ice beam. Croy is taking a moment to stop and farm up some ammo, making use of that grapple beam outside Bot 1's lair. Ooh. And we see Chish performing I believe it was a gravity jump, and some careful wall jumps up and through the lava outside Lord Norfair. Now, Chish does not have space jump, but he does have either spring ball or ice beam. So I wonder if he'll use one of those two. If he'll use one of those two items to make it past the worst room of the game. Sloaters has 40 and 60. Let's see. That's enough for. He has 10 extra missiles and 5 extra supers, assuming he does a zip skip. Which is pretty likely. Alright, Jaychalke is entering the wrecked ship while Sloaters is entering the final part of Turian. And it looks like Chish is actually electing to do infinite wall jumps up his way the worst room of the game. His opponent, Croy, is taking care of the turrets in Dragon's lair. Has Croy faced off against Ridley? Okay, Sloaters is now in Mother Brain 2 and is now dumping all of his ammo into Mother Brain 2, while Jaychalke is facing off against Fantoon. So we have 3 bosses on screen, with Croy also facing off against Dragon. Ooh, Chish is in a tight spot in the other worst room of the game, in the amphitheater. Oh no! He fell into the lava! And Chish is realizes it's his situation and resets. Well, Sloaters is successfully finished Mother Brain 2 stage and is now entering Mother Brain 3. Chish suffers a major setback with that, as he's all the way back at the landing ship, minus his gravity suit. That puts Croy back in the lead, as Alright, Jaychalke has finished Fantoon, and he's headed straight for Turian. Although he will have to make a stop at the ship to supply on ammo. Sloaters is now covering the remains of the baby Metroid, and is probably now preparing that hyper beam to make the mother brain sing. Alright, Sloaters has successfully defeated Mother Brain and is now making his escape. Jaychalke is headed down the Terminator room, probably saying, "I'll be back, I'm back," in his head as he makes his way to Turian. Troy picks up Screw Attack in the right sandpit on his way to Lower Norfair. Alright, Sloaters is able to perform off the Behemoth Spine Sharp up the climb, named after the racer Behemoth. For doing a diagonal Spine Shark up the climb instead of a straight Spine Shark, which requires some good positioning for it to work. Now, Jaychalke is currently working on the first Metroid room without any ice. Having skipped the ice beam over in the spooky missiles locations, he's having to power bomb all the Metroids. But he has plenty of power bomb ammo. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit more time consuming to take him out with power bombs. Croy has re-entered Lower Norfair and is on his way to take care of Ridley. And it looks like Chish is going to go and pick up, has re-picked up gravity, but still needs to go pick up bombs and charge. Unfortunately, having to still need to take out Dragon, that puts him behind Croy. And Jaychalke is about to get reunited with the baby Metroid. And Sloaters has declined to do an interview tonight. Alright, Jaychalke getting an energy refill after his the family reunion with the baby. Meanwhile, in the back in the Croy versus Chish race, Chish has picked up bombs and is now leaving Croc's the grapple beam location. Croy is now making his way through the worst room in the game. It shouldn't be too hard with both screw attack and space jump. Without ice or speed booster, Jaychalke has had to pump all the zip tights with full of missiles to get past them, and he's now dumping all that ammo onto Mother Brain. Croy has made way through the other worst room in the game of Amphitheater, and is now making his way down past the 3 guards to skipping a save on his way to Ridley's lair. Chish is re-attempting to do a gravity jump, wall jump, to get past the lava dive. Doesn't quite get the last wall jump on the first try, and then gets it on the second. Jaychalke has successfully taken care of Mother Brain 2, and will be entering Mother Brain 3 soon. While Croy is leaving Wastelands on his way, and is in the Metal Pirates room on his way to Ridley. Okay, Croy is about to finish off, almost finishing off Croy. Croy is almost finished up with Ridley, while Chris is bomb jumping his way up the worst room of the game. Croy has blown Ridley to itty bitty bits, and so has Jaychalke has also blown up Butterbrain into itty bitty bits. Croy has picked up his side jump boots from Ridley. And Jaychalke is now making his escape from planet Zebes. And Chish almost had another experience of why the amphitheater is the other worst room in the game again, but it is able to make it out of the room in time. Although without a spring attack, you have to be careful with the three hunters outside. I mean, it's all in the beholder, isn't it? Which room is the worst room in the game? Alright, Chish is facing off against the Metal Pirates, while Croy is making his escape from Lower Norfair. And Jaychalke has successfully completed his run with a time of 1 hour and 10 minutes and 2 seconds. Chish is using that grapple beam to farm up for Ridley. Well, Croy is about to enter Upper Norfair, and at this point he's pretty much set to head for Torian and Mother Brain. All right, we're joined by Jaychalke. How do you feel, Jaychalke?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Well, I don't know how I feel yet. I wish I would have continued. There are a few things. One, I felt that gravity, the gravity placement right there, I felt like I really had it. I was begging for. I knew that because of where gravity was, and honestly, I've forgotten other locations, that the likelihood of finding anything in Lower Norfair was super slim, and anything in Meridia was super slim just because of the logic. But I was looking for speed booster, or ice beam, or bombs, or anything to get through to Botswoon. And so when I found the bombs at Grapple, I was like, I really feel like I could have I would have been in go mode if I would have continued on after I found gravity. And this could have been something very special, but unfortunately I left after finding that. I got so hyped after finding the gravity suit. I knew I wanted to rush Meridia in hopes of maybe scoring an ice beam, or I knew the likelihood of finding wave or speed was pretty slim because you need those items to get to the gravity suit. So I just knew that my chances were slim of finding these items, but I was hoping that I would. So clearing out Meridia and finding nothing, finding my Rit G access was nice, but I knew at that moment that when I was in that situation, Sloaters was just going to be able to fly right by, because he can do Rit G, he can do Suitless Crystal Flash Clip, he can the two things that any one of those. If I knew how to Suitless Crystal Flash Clip, I wouldn't have even need to go to find a Rit G item. I wouldn't have needed to go and find these bombs or these ices. So I mean, it could have been something super special, but I was just so frustrated that it was like every single check was just nothing, when everything that I did kind of sort of worked out. Like I did a basement skip, and then I did the obvious choice was to be a reverse meme route. After clearing out Full Bubble Mountain and Croc, after going down, killing Kraid, and then going back up to Red Tower and finding Varia suit, route-wise, you continue up, right? And obviously would have been potentially the right call because of the ice and speed booster being in wrecked ship. But I was like, no, I want to do the exact opposite of that. I'm going to go suitless. I'm going to go high jump with lava dive first and foremost. And if I don't find any movement items, that would help me. And I don't know. When I found that gravity suit, I was pretty hyped because I know that there was not a soul that would make that play. And I felt like I had a good opportunity. But anyways, sorry, that was a lot of stuff. I'm just a little flustered. What's up? How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I mean, we kind of, that's kind of, your thoughts, it kind of seems like me in the chat kind of had a good guess of your thoughts. And we did see you making a lot of high risk skips. My thoughts were kind of like you definitely felt like the underdog against sloaters, so you were taking those gambles. Some of them kind of paid off. I believe like Eddie Coons didn't really have anything of value.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna be really upset if that had ice or speed or bombs or any of those movement items.
The fact that you went down after Varia was probably one of the was probably a gamble that didn't quite turn out your way because ice was at spooky missiles and speed was at gravity.
Oh, jeez. If I would have just continued through Croc, I would have been in go mode. I wouldn't have had. I wouldn't have needed anything else.
Yeah, both me and the chat were like, okay, Jay's probably betting on like bombs after Ridley or something like that.
Yeah, when I found the bombs at grapple, I was fuming, and then I saw charge beam, but I fell. I was like, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna skip it. But then I was like, oh, maybe I should have picked that up because I still had Botswoon and Dragon and Fantoon, so that would have been helpful. But I was like, I already knew that if there was something, I knew that if I didn't find anything, that Pog play to get that gravity suit became null and void because sloaters can do Rit-G and did not do what I did because the right call was not to do what I did. I want to make that very clear. When I found Various suit, you do not go back down like that. That was absolutely the wrong call, but I did that specifically because I knew 100% that no one else was going to do that. And so I knew whatever I found down there, I could potentially make plays off of that and be in a really good position to win this match. But again, there was got randoed and no movement items or ice and it would have been the most poggiest play of my entire career if I would have just snagged those bombs and then been done with the seed. This could have been sickening fast. Like it would have been really, really fast. Like, cause I'm to the point where, as you saw, I first tried that crystal flash clip, no save, didn't even phase me because I grinded that trick to the point my fingers bled because I want to be able to go in there not having any pressure at all when I'm doing crystal flash clip. And so I knew I just needed bombs, something, ice beam. Ice beam would have been nice because there was no logic pushing that anywhere because I'd already had both suits. So I didn't care about the logic for ice beam per se. I knew it could be absolutely really anywhere, especially because I already had space jump at that point. So I was like, ice beam's got to be around here somewhere. I mean, it's obviously it could be in wreck ship, but I'm not going there, and I'm not going back to basement, and I'm not going back to any of these other places. Anyway, that's okay. Given how it ended, I think I played okay.
Good. Any final comments?
Big GG to Sloaters for sure. And good luck for Incorrible at the final moments of this seed, and good luck for Chish. Swag.
Unfortunately, Chish actually took a death in the empty theater, so he's actually pretty far behind Croy.
Was Chish in the lead at that point?
If I remember correctly, he was in the nominal lead in the as he was in a better position, as he had to face Ridley and then Dragon, whereas Croy was about to face Dragon and then had to face Ridley. So Chish had the positional advantage, but unfortunately, he fell down twice in the amphitheater into the lava.
That's big time. Oof. Okay, well, I guess we'll move on to round 7, 4-2, and hopefully.
break. It's been a very scuff drain.
Oh, there we go.
I blame Space Pirates. They're probably making another attempt to end the stream. That said, GG, Jaychalke. Best of luck to your next race, and hopefully you don't have to take a pie in the face on stream.
Yes, indeed. And thank you to chat. Thank you to you for commentating. Thank you to Sailor, Jade for tracking. Thank you to Music for restreaming. And sorry for the server blowing up. We had a loss of power, and so server unusable and had to switch before the race started. So that's why it was rough start, but that's okay. We're all here. Had fun. And I hope everyone has a fantastic night. Thanks for hanging out, and good luck to the rest of the runners for, I guess there's a 9 o'clock. Wait, that should have already started. Right? Yeah?
9 o'clock? Yeah, that should be starting about now.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all for hanging out. Wish you all a fantastic day. And shout outs to the mods in chat. Okay. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, Jaychalke. Ooh, shit. So back to our race here. Croy has finished off Mother Brain. Has watched it as the baby. While Chish has trying to do a quick grapple on Dragon, but unfortunately misses that first shot, so it has to go for a late grapple beam. But it's which he successfully gets and has one fried squid. I mean, fried shrimp. Excuse me. Was Dragon down? Looks like Chish has to go and use an infinite bomb jump to make his way out of Dragon's lair, while Croy has to go and make his escape from Planet Z base that is now a giant time bomb. Well, since Croy doesn't have speed booster, he has to make the long way around on his escape. Alright, Croy is back into the climb and is wall jumping on the right side up on escape, while Chish is speed boosting his way out from Dragon Lair and is making his way towards Torium. Alright, Croy's about to complete his run. See what time Croy will have. Alright, Croy has finished in third place with an official time of 1 hour, 23 minutes, 45 seconds. We'll see if Croy would like to will come in for an interview in a moment. Looks like Chish is deciding if he wants to complete his race, or looks like he will or forfeit. Hmm. 'Cause- 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 Okay, looks like... Okay, Croy has declined onto interview. And Chish has taken a looks like Chish has elected to take the other way, head towards the bottom of Red Tower to scale it instead of heading towards the top of Meridia. He's probably thinking that as making his way to that top entrance with only grapple or space bomb jumps would probably be more time consuming than just scaling Red Tower. And with Ice Beam, scaling Red Tower is probably a lot easier than trying to grapple your way through your way to Meridia to the Red Tower. So there's 8 power bombs in the seed. Alright, Chess is going for a refill at the ship. Along with a safety save. Oh, go Rizzo had the X-ray scope. Alright, Chish has arrived at G4, now taking the elevator to Torian. Alright, Chish is taking care of the Metroids now, which is going to be pretty quick with that Ice Beam. Does get caught by a couple of Metroids, but is able to use bombs to get them off. And Chish takes care of the final Metroids, and having he was able to neatly group them up for a single super missile to kill them all. And Chish is about to have their family reunion with the baby. Now, Chish is damaging themselves down, so I don't think they're gonna go... Yeah, they're not going for a baby skip. They're like, come to me, baby. Alright. Chish has got their energy refill. Now headed for the final eye door of the game. That was 30 missiles, 72 remaining super missiles. And an ice beam for a zip skip. Chish should have plenty of ammo to make work to take care of Mother Brain. Okay, it took a couple of tries, but Chish is able to successfully get the zip skip. Broken the glass on Mother Brain. Now I just need to pump her full of missiles. Alright, there's Mother Brain for stage 1. Now for stage 2. Alright, Mother Brain's at half health. We see the red beam. But Chish doesn't care and just pumps the rest of their supers into Mother Brain. They damage themselves as Mother Brain prepares her own hyper beam. Alright, here comes the baby to the rescue. Alright, at 9 E-tanks, it's going to take a moment for the baby to refill all of Chish's energy tanks. Alright. We have another death of the baby. Chish has now gained their hyper beam. That's going to make the Mother Brain sing with it. Having all that energy, Chish has no problems just going right in the face of Mother Brain, reducing the lag that comes from using the hyper beam. And will now make their escape from the exploding planet. Although having speed booster, it should be a little bit quicker than Croy's. Chish is able to spine shark his way up the climb. He's down and is now entering the parlor. We should be wrapping this up in a short moment. Alright, Chish has finished in 4th place. Was an official time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 53 seconds. And I'm sorry. Well, let's see if we have time for an interview or if we're going to make way for the next race. Okay, it looks like we're going to have an interview. Hello, and congratulations on finishing your run. To verify, Kate, how is your name pronounced?
Chish.
Okay, so I was getting it right. Because as you were coming in, I was like, have I been getting it wrong this whole time? So overall, how do you feel about the scene in the race?
Well, I routed it very wrong. From the time Croy finished, it looked like I still would have lost even if I hadn't died in the amphitheater, but I think it would have been a lot closer.
From what I recall about the time you were died, I think it would have been you actually had a small lead because you were better positioned since you would take out Ridley, then take out Dragon, and then you're right on your way to Turian, where unfortunately at that point Croy was still taking care of Dragon and then had to go down towards Ridley.
Ah,
So I think it would have been a lot closer than you think.
okay. When I died, I had forgotten where Charge Beam was, so that dealt some mental damage too.
Oh, I was trying to remember if I couldn't see if you picked it up after you got your bombs. It was over at the Indiana Jones location near Grapple. overall, from I could tell from your race with Croy, it definitely looked like it kind of went back and forth, and until your death, it wasn't always clear cut on which one of you was going to be a winner. And it was just unfortunate that you had that you fell down into the lava in amphitheater, and then were set all the way back at the landing ship before you found gravity.
Yeah. I probably should have saved at the top of Norfair elevator going in. The second time through, when I missed that same jump and hit the same pirate, I was like, okay, stay calm. Just kill the pirate this time and I'll be able to get out of it.
So long story short, it's the space pirate's fault.
Well, I missed the jump, so I think I have to take all the blame on myself.
Okay. Well, it's been a very even. I mean, you're aware of the server issues, but we also had a bit of a scuff stream. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's all the space pirates' faults. And Magic definitely wants to give you props for finishing your race. But definitely kudos for that. Any final words?
No.
All right. Well, best of luck to the rest of the race there for you, Chish. Hopefully, luck goes a little bit better for you. No space pirates sabotaging your runs.
Thank you.
Well, that finishes up our this race stream chat. Do remember to check out our runners. Consider giving them a follow. I have been your commenter, Usaria. Tracking has been by Sailor Jade, with Music as your restreamer. And I do apologize for the really scuffed stream here. Again, it's the Space Pirates' fault. So, but well, hopefully next time will be a little bit better. Now we did have a scheduled 3 pairs of races. That was like 25 minutes ago. I'm not sure if that might have not be restreamed, so you'll have to check out those individual runners in the schedule. But we're gonna definitely see one of those. Okay, so we're gonna see one of those runners as we're about to raid Lemon Jones. Now, Lemon Jones is scheduled to race Glacio Souza, assuming I'm pronouncing that right. I hope you all enjoyed this race, and see you next mission.